I will be dealing with how to prepare social justice for mains. Social justice is one of the important topic for your mains. Social justice will comes under general studies too. So we have around 5 modules under social justice. Before going to discuss about this module, we should understand why social justice is important. Why social justice is important? It is because every year UPSC asked 4 to 6 questions from social justice. If you take 2016 questions, 2016 there were around 3 questions, 2015 there were around 6 questions, 2014 there were around 4 questions, 2013 there were around 6 questions. So we are expecting 4 to 6 questions from social justice. That means 50 to 60 mark is carried by social justice. That means 25% of the GS2 is carried by social justice. Okay. The another important social justice is that the syllabus of or the modules of social justice have a link with other GS papers like GS4, the ethics. It is having a relations with GS4, that is ethics. There is a module called compassion towards weaker section in your ethics. The same module is having a relationship with social justice module called welfare scheme for vulnerable sections. Or if they ask about any case studies, for example, sexual violence against women in workplace, what are the measures you would like to take? So the laws, there are some laws for preventing such sexual violence against women in workplace. So these laws or mechanism you will learn from social justice, so you can use it for ethics case studies. So likewise, any programs or any policies launched by the government or any mechanism for solving any social issues, any problems, you can use it for ethics. Another importance of social justice is that it is having a relationship with another GS paper called GS1. Social justice have a relationship with Indian society. One of the modules in Indian society in GS1 is social empowerment. Social empowerment and welfare scheme for one of section have a relationship. So whatever the content you are learned from social justice, you can use it for Indian society. Another important social justice is that it will help you in essay. Every year UPSC asks several questions related to social justice. For example, like they asked about health, they asked about education, they asked about youth affairs related questions, they asked about development or social development, etc. So to write answer for these questions related to social justice, you will get more content from social justice. This is why social justice is important, because we are expecting 4 to 6 questions, that means 50-60 mark. The syllabus is have a link with ethics paper, link with Indian society, and it will help us a lot in essay. This is why social justice is important. Now we will discuss about the syllabus or the modules of social justice. What is the syllabus of social justice? If you take the first module of social justice, it deals with the policies and interventions for development. Here we have to give more focus on issues arising out of the design and implementation. Any issues related to with policies implementation and the design are important under module 1. Then if you take the second module, that is development process and development industry, here we have to give more focus on the role of NGO and role of self-help group in development process or development activities. They are supporting the government to achieve social justice. So what are their roles of, like role of NGO, the problems faced by NGO in developmental activities, the role of self-help group and their problems, what are the challenges faced by self-help group, their new initiative towards the development. So these are the things we will learn from the second module. Then the third module is welfare scheme for vulnerable sections. The performance of these schemes, mechanism, laws, institutions, are bodies constituted for protecting these vulnerable groups. And who are vulnerable groups? Like women, children, elders, physically differently abled, SC, ST, OBC and other minorities. They will come under the vulnerable groups. What are the mechanisms or their performance of some schemes, the laws, institutions constituted for protecting these vulnerable groups will come under module 3. Then we have module 4, that is issues related to 3 sectors including health, education and human resource. These are the 3 sectors which is mentioned in your 4th module. So, here we have to give more importance to issues related to health, issues related with the development of education, issues related with human resource. Then we have the last module, that is issues related to poverty and hunger. What are the issues related with poverty and what are the issues related with hunger? So, issues are also important under 5th modules. So, these are the 5 modules of social justice. So, we understood what is the importance of social justice and we understood what is the syllabus of social justice, that is first module it deals with issues arising out of the policy implementation and their design. Then second module is the role of NGO, role of self-help group, their challenges, their problems. Then we will deal with welfare scheme vulnerable section, their performance or mechanism, laws, institution constituted for protecting these vulnerable groups. Then we have issues related with health, education and human resource. Then the last module is issues related with poverty and hunger. These are the 5 modules of social justice. Now we will discuss about the previous year questions. What are the different kinds of questions asked by UPSC in previous years? If you look at the previous year questions, so UPSC asked in a different kind of questions in mains. Some questions are current affairs specific and some questions are current affair plus conventional and some questions are purely conventional. These are the 3 types of questions asked by UPSC from social justice. One is current affair specific and another one is current affair plus conventional questions, then purely conventional questions. For example of current affairs specific questions, in 2015 there was a question related to FCRA, Foreign Contribution Regulation Act. Foreign Contribution Regulation Act is an act which came in 1976, re-enacted in 2010, then re-amended in 2015. It is to control the foreign funding to NGOs in India. So, they asked about FCRA in 2015, examining critically the recent changes in the rules governing foreign funding of NGOs under Foreign Contribution Regulation Act FCRA 1976. This is basically a current affairs specific questions. To answer this kind of questions, you should know about FCRA, the current affair related with FCRA. Then only you can write the answers. Then another type of questions are asked by, like current affair plus conventional type of questions. For example, like in 2016 there was a question related, Professor Amartya Sen advocated important reforms in the realm of primary education and primary health care. What are your suggestions to improve their status and performance? This is actually a current affair plus conventional based questions. Even if you do not know anything about the Amartya Sen and his important reforms, you can write this answer from the conventional basis. You can write this answer in a particular limit, at least you will get an half of the marks. That means you can write the conventional part of the same questions. So, what are the issues related with the primary education, what are the issues related to primary health care and their suggestions. This is actually conventional topics. Even you can write from the current affairs angle, you can also write this conventional part of the same questions. Then another questions are purely conventional type questions. Like one of the questions they asked about in previous years, in 2014 there was a question related to self-help group. The penetration of self-help group in rural areas in promoting participation in development programs is facing social cultural hurdles. Examine. This is actually purely conventional questions. what are the problems or cultural hurdles faced by the self-help group. With the basic knowledge of self-help group, the role of self-help group, the problem faced by self-help group, you can write this answer. Because these questions are actually a purely conventional topic. Even there are so many questions are actually current affair or conventional topic or conventions, purely conventional topics. So these are the kind of questions asked by UPSC, current affair specific, current affair plus conventional and purely conventional topics. So now I will tell you what are the reference we should use for preparing social justice. We have mentioned we have around 5 modules and we are already prepared study material for social justice. Study material of the conventional topic of social justice. We have around 5 modules, so we have study material for all these modules. So you can use this study material and you can read this study material and you will get some content for writing an answer from conventions base. There are questions from current affair topics. To cover current affair topics, we are also providing printed materials of current affair topic and their summary notes. If there is any current affair related to our modules, we will prepare a printed material of this current affair topic and we will give you a summary notes of the same. So you can use this printed materials of current affair. So you can cover the current affair specific topic related to social justice. And addition to this, you can also refer Kurukshetra Yojana, then you can also cover any articles related to social justice which will be posted in your Telegram groups. So we have a Telegram group, we will be posting different current affairs related to social. If any article related to social justice, we will post it in the group. You can also read this article and you can also cover Kurukshetra Yojana because some of the themes discussed in Kurukshetra Yojana have a link with social justice. Even the July Kurukshetra Yojana discussed about the social security. There are youth affairs related themes, women empowerment is one of the themes in Kurukshetra Yojana. So these kind of themes is actually linked with social justice. So Kurukshetra Yojana will also help you in preparing mains. So these are the reference you can use: study material, then we have printed materials of current affair topic and the summary sheet. In addition to this, you can also use Kurukshetra Yojana, then the article posted in your groups. So prepare well like this for your mains, and we will be dealing with in a detail about these modules in the upcoming classes. Okay, prepare well like this for your mains. Thank you.